Here we have the hourly price chart for GameStop Corporation, stock ticker GME. So here we can see that the stock is making some attempt here to move higher. However, into the close of the trading week, we are sort of flatlining here at somewhat elevated levels, I suppose you could say. We're closing right around the 2250 mark. And this does show that there has been a bit of a bounce here from this 1873 level that was posted during the August 5 trading session. So overall, there's a lot of speculation going on right now about September 4th and things like that. There's a lot of kind of extravagant claims that are being made. Obviously, I don't do that. I'm just looking at the price charts themselves because that's what ultimately tells the most truth about any stock. All relevant information is already contained in share prices. There's no random information that's located in secret corners of the internet that's going to allow anybody to sort of get the jump on a stock. If that information is posted anywhere, the market already knows that it's there. So what that really means is that all of this information, anything that's out there, is already contained in share prices themselves. So the most honest representation of what's going on with any stock is the actual price chart. So here we can see that we are attempting a bit of a bounce here. There is a little bit to be encouraged about here if we're looking on a short-term basis. What I'm doing here is I'm looking at the Fibonacci retracement zones that are drawn from the 2979 highs that were posted during the July 17 trading session, and then extending that price movement to the lows which came in 1873. Of course, that was during the August 5 trading session. So if we're using this as the current dominant trending move, and it really is the only way to go about analyzing this chart at this point, because if we start to move back here, things flatline very quickly, and it becomes very difficult to really spot technical indicators or signals on these longer term time frames. So we really have to drill in here to the hourly time frame and look at this most recent trend wave lower, because this is really the only information that you're going to get that's credible in relation to the current price chart and where the trend is heading at the moment. So as we can see, this 2979 level is an area of resistance that I was pointing to as a potential area where long positions were likely to start taking profits, and or short sellers were likely to start entering into their positions. This did, of course, happen. We did see share prices fall more than $10 per share. Since then, we have seen a bit of a bounce here. Unfortunately, it's starting to roll over a bit, and the momentum here is starting to wane a bit. And then in addition to that, you have to look at the relative strength index reading here, because what we're seeing here is a modestly weaker or lower bearish momentum reading in the hourly relative strength index. The reason that I'm saying this is because if we go back to these prior price highs, which came in from that July 17 trading session, we do see a slightly lower low that was created during the August 15 trading session. So that would have been yesterday. And then since then, the relative strength index reading has started to sort of roll over in the downside direction. We were becoming a bit overbought here, which is kind of strange considering the fact that we're only trading at 2250. So to consider that to be overbought, I mean, people just have to keep that kind of thing in mind here. People that are longer term holders of this stock, we're getting into a situation now where the hourly charts are saying that you're in overbought territory if the share price moves into the 2250 region. So that's probably not something that most people want to hear if they're long this stock. Is that going to be the extent of the gains? I mean, this is the type of question that you have to be asking yourself. So, if I was long this stock, what I would have wanted to see into this price close would have been a break roughly above 2310. Why do I say that? Maybe this might be a little bit easier to see if I move out to the 2-hour chart here. Okay, so if I move out to the 2-hour price chart here, if we drill in a bit, we can see that the 23 area just below 23 marks the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this dominant trending move. In addition to that, you also have the 100 period and 200 period exponential moving averages coming in line right with this area. It's a little bit easier to see on the 2-hour price chart. I prefer to use the hourly price chart because then that allows us to see the 100-hour EMA and the 200-hour EMA. But the way that this the way that this price chart is structured really doesn't allow for much leeway in terms of how these things can actually be plotted out. So we will go back to this 100 to the hourly price chart so that we can see where the 100 period EMA and the 200 period EMA actually rest. So on this price chart, we can see that the blue line here is the 200-hour exponential moving average, and this is moving right into the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of this prior move. Currently, this is working as resistance. We are seeing some slightly higher highs here. You can say that that's an encouraging development. You're even seeing higher lows as well. The only problem is that the distance between these highs and lows is very small. And then in addition to that, we're starting to see prices sort of flatline out at these areas. If I was long this stock, what I would want to have seen would have been a break above this 2310 area. And the reason that I say that is because this is essentially the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement of the aforementioned price move, and it's also the 200-hour exponential moving average. So if we had seen a break above there, then I would start to, open up scope here for a trending move higher. Something like this. We would have had both a daily close and a weekly close above all of these levels. We would also be above the entire exponential moving average cluster, as you can see here. So, the way things currently stand, the fact that we're sort of rolling over in anticipation of this 2310 area is more concerning. So we are starting to see higher highs and higher lows there. You can make a bullish argument under those types of conditions. But at the same time, you're really opening the scope here for a further move lower next week, given the fact that we were not able to close above this 2310 area. So in my opinion, the price open, where exactly prices open on Monday is probably going to be very important, because if you start to see share prices heading lower and you start to break near-term support levels, I would say at roughly 2180. If you see that level break on Monday, this is probably going to suggest an end to this current uptrend price move. The reason that I say that is because we would be back below the entire exponential moving average cluster on the hourly time frame, and then we would also be breaking below this prior low, which was created during the August 14 trading session, the Wednesday trading session. So this would essentially end the series of higher lows. So these are the price levels that I would be watching here going forward, and I do think that the Monday open is going to be pretty important for this stock. So here's the current market update for GameStop Corporation, stock ticker GME. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.